The first episode of She-Hulk is out, and I have to admit, it really did exceed my expectations. In this video we're going to be running through the episode, and pointing out a few Easter eggs and references along the way. And we're also going to talk about how World War Hulk was teased. We are definitely getting a solo Hulk movie soon. I genuinely never thought it'd happen because of the legal troubles and it being tied up with Sony, but it looks like they've figured out a way around it. But before we get into that, please leave a like and subscribe. You can always unsubscribe at a later date if you don't like what I'm posting. It's free and no hard feelings. Alright, showtime.
It's showtime, folks.
This episode was actually a lot of fun and a great start to the season. The comedy hit in all the right places and even made me laugh a few times. One of the standout aspects of the show is the relationship between Bruce and Jen. There's a real chemistry there. Also, shout out to the VFX artists who I know were massively overworked by Marvel. They really brought this together in time for the release. It's a massive improvement over the first trailer, which made it look like a character that Dee from Always Sunny was playing. I'm hoping so much that Hulk goes actual berserk in this and realises how flippant and dismissive he was of his trauma. Because he's not wrong. His line about the world seeing them as a villain could be foreshadowing. I loved the performances, and Tatiana is super charming, but I think it would be poor form if nothing comes off her cutting him down about how she's so much better at controlling her anger. She basically scolded him for isolating himself for the majority of his life, and we all know it's for a good reason. I just hope that they have her see it too this season. I wanted to start out by pointing out how both Ms. Marvel and Jane Foster's Mighty Thor have been added to the Marvel Studios logo. Let's not talk about that Thor movie. I still haven't recovered completely.
I hate every minute.
Jennifer Walters is in her office practicing her closing arguments for a big case. Ironically, she is talking about the responsibility those with the power have. Her UCLA degree and other items such as the mug can be seen in the office. The case she is arguing is a client of GLK and H. This is the same law firm she eventually works at in the comics. Her best friend and paralegal Nikki tells her if it goes wrong then she should Hulk out. A few months ago she was driving in a car with Bruce Banner, her cousin. He isn't currently Smart Hulk thanks to a device he's invented, so he's his normal self. For now. Bruce is telling her how his arm is finally healing after the events of Avengers Endgame. She begins talking about her theory about how Steve Rogers is a virgin. She learns a lot about him from Bruce and the History Channel. Oh, and they eat Cheetos with chopsticks.
I know how to use chopsticks so well.
Where have we seen that before? Well, the only person I've seen use chopsticks to eat Cheetos was Oscar Isaac. That image of him was a pretty famous meme back then. He's also playing Moon Knight in the MCU, so it's a nice cross-reference. A Socaran spaceship, like the ones in Thor Ragnarok, appears in front of their car and she wrecks it. At first, I was thinking that it could be the Grandmaster's ship, but Bruce claims it was just a courier. The appearance of this ship has got to be an indication that we are headed to World War Hulk. I think the message the ship was trying to deliver was that Bruce has a son.
You have a son.
It's kind of hilarious that the very obvious World War Hulk setup was thrown in here so casually. Can't wait to get more of that. During the wreck, both she and Bruce are injured and some of the blood gets in her wounds. She then transforms into a Hulk. After waking up in the woods, Jen goes into Ideal Sports Bar to find a way to contact Bruce. By the bathroom door on the Ladies' Night sign, there is a QR code for a free She-Hulk comic. So we're doing this again, aren't we?
Boy, this again, huh?
Inside the bathroom, there is graffiti on the wall, including a Miss Marvel symbol and a spider. Outside of the bar, she is accosted by a few blokes before she hulks out and beats them up. Bruce shows up as Smart Hulk to stop her. In Mexico, at Bruce's house, she puts on a Led Zeppelin t-shirt. Led Zeppelin's song, The Immigrant Song, is featured in Ragnarok. As she walks through the house, she sees a broken Iron Man helmet. This place is where Bruce spent the blip working on his Banner Hulk combination that we see in Avengers Endgame. Tony built it for him and it's clear Bruce misses his friend. After studying her DNA, he realises he and Jen are similar, but her body was able to synthesize the gamma in another way. He was able to fully heal his arm using her blood. He wants to help her learn to be a Hulk, so he pulls out this massive binder and makes her go on a 15-year journey. When her Hulk does come out, she is still Jen. Bruce is surprised, and this is true to the comics. Jen Walters was able to control her transformations from the start. Jen asks Bruce how he was able to transform back to Banner from his Hulk form, and he tells her a few ways, including Natasha singing him a lullaby. Hulk's helmet from the Contest of Champions is also on the wall in this house. He built the bar with Tony, and he reveals that Tony mostly drank and complained about Steve during the blip. This is also comic accurate. Tony was the alcoholic in the group. Also, the initials BB and TS are carved into the wood. She also does a thunderclap, which hasn't been seen since the 2008 Incredible Hulk movie. Now, going back to the present, Jen tells us that there hasn't been any crazy Hulk stuff since her time in Mexico. She goes to win her case, but Tatiana comes bursting in. It's really confusing how that's the actress's name and the villain's name. Now, Tatiana was originally a rival of She-Hulk, but she's become more of an anti-hero recently. I don't know if they're going to go that route. She's played by the woman from The Good Place. Now, let's talk about the post-credit scene. She's sitting at the bar with Bruce, talking about Steve's virginity, and she claims that America's butt did not deserve to die a virgin. Unfortunately, it gives me flashbacks to this meme.
No one suffers like you suffer. Let me help.
Honestly.
Must wash eyes!
Which is when Bruce delivers the news that he did, in fact, lose his virginity in 1943 to some random woman. So with Jennifer talking about Steve not deserving to die a virgin, does that imply that the average person in the MCU doesn't know about Cap being still alive? And the whole time-travelling pegging thing... Pegging. Oh, I'm so tired. I think that me flubbing that line is proof that we need to stop recording and have a nap. I'm knackered from working. Anyway, thanks for watching this, folks. If you wanted to see me cover episode 2, let me know in the comments below. Please leave a like and subscribe. You can always unsubscribe or release dates if you don't like what I'm posting. It's free. I'm really looking forward to next week's episode. How about you? What did you think of it? Right, I had stopped this recording, but I've come back to it because I really wanted to thank everyone for the support recently. So, I'd stopped doing this YouTube thing for a while, and I came back because I had no one to talk about the rehearsal with. But then my friends started watching it, and it sort of made making the videos kind of pointless. But you've responded to it really well, and I've really been enjoying having loads more people to talk about it with. I know that probably sounds pathetic, but, well, if it does, it's probably accurate. I've been stuck on 2,000 subscribers for about 2 years, so it's really nice to see us finally moving out of there. We're well on our way to 3,000, and honestly, I can't thank any of you enough. Just thank you so much for the support. I promise you, if this keeps on going as well as it's going, I'm not going to turn out to be a prick or anything. I promise you. But yeah, sorry, I know this isn't really fitting in with the videos, but I just really wanted to say thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Alright, I'm going to let you all go about your day now. There's some other videos here. If you like the rehearsal, check out these ones. If you like Better Call Saul, maybe this one. Alright, that's all. Bye.